Good morning, good people. It's an amazing day from Ocean K. I had to slow it down before I said the wrong private island. So I wanted to just check in with you all to let you know about how the first half of the trip has been. As you all know, I am on the MSC Meraviglia and on a 7-day cruise from New York City to the Bahamas. So we stopped in not Fort Lauderdale. We stopped in Orlando. We stopped in make sure I can see the live chats. We stopped in Orlando. We stopped in K, which is MSC's private island. So I finally have a decent enough service. The Wi-Fi wasn't strong enough for me to go live, but I have what is this stuff called? The ability to kind of go live. What is it? No. Get your brain together, Harleen. I have the ability to do the whole, what is it, streaming data service on my phone. So it wasn't a problem to just make sure I was able to tap in with you. All right, so we have our first folks in the chat. Phil ND says, "What up, C? Hi, Phil ND. Thanks for checking in, stopping by. Phil ND, y'all weren't lying. I am pleasantly surprised about MSC. There are some chinks in the armor a little bit, but it's tolerable, especially for the price that was paid. So I hope to, since I'm sitting here having a cappuccino, be able to tap in with y'all. But let me see if I can just turn it. I want you all to see this beautiful view of where I'm sitting in the coffee shop. You can, hold on. Y'all, look at that beach. So as soon as I'm done this cappuccino, I'm about to head out towards that. It's not as clear because I'm showing you all through a glass, but like, peak beachness right there. Okay, let me get back into the chat here and see who we got. Kristen says, "Hey, lady, hey, Kristen. Hi, Carla Jackson with the waving hands. Parker's on the go says, good morning, friend. Good morning, and happy belated birthday to Siobhan. I know you were celebrating on Sunday. Actually, we were in Orlando at the same time. But I was at Port Canaveral and didn't get off the ship. But yeah, I saw y'all went to Universal, so we were there at the same time. Team Reese says, hey, Team Reese. Phil and D says, just bored at school, end of the year. The kids are just watching movies at this point. So we were able to join you. Listen, I understand that end of the year. Oh, because you all must do Labor Day as the end date. DC schools still have a little time before they are out. Tim Reed says that is beautiful, isn't it? So I'm planning on getting out there. We're gonna be here until 10 p.m. At Ocean K. So I wasn't in a rush to get off. I also gonna go to the taco spot. Hola Tacos on MSC, bomb. And I have the so I guess we can get into some of the reviewing. I have the specialty dining, unlimited specialty dining package, something like that, something specialty. And I was able to get Hola Tacos on the first day of the ship because when I say there was a terrible embarkation day, like terrible, like that's the longest I've ever waited in line. However, I'm not gonna ding MSC for that one because when I went on Prima, if some of y'all know, there was also a long wait. So I am going to ding New York City. And the tiebreaker for me will be to see what happens when we get on Carnival Venezia in July because so far it's been 2 really extended boarding times coming out of New York City. I think MSC, though, did do a little juggling. They kept moving our check-in time. I say our, it's just me. But because y'all come along with me, you get to experience this with me. But they kept moving my check-in time. So it went from like 1:30 check-in. So I bought my ticket out of DC. And then MSC has this thing where they want you to check in within like an hour of your time. So I had a train ticket already for 1:30 to get me there at 1:30. Well, lo and behold, they moved me up to 9:30. So I had to pay like $60 extra to move my train ticket to from the time, whatever. But some people say just arrive when you need to arrive. MSC will let you on about a couple hours before the embarkation time. Okay, I'm gonna get in the chat before I keep talking about how it's been. It's MSC for me, or what's the T on MSC? Oh, Parker's gonna go says thanks for the birthday shout out, no problem. Phil and D says yes, last day is May 31st for your school system. Parker's gonna go says so better than Royals tacos. Have I had? You talking about El Loco Fresh? If you're talking about El Loco Fresh, definitely beats Royals El Loco Fresh. Kristen Harris says, I need all the tea, clink, clink. On MSC, I was looking at them last night for 2024. Kristen, I think you'll be okay. Okay, so let's keep getting into this tea on MSC. So they kept shifting around the boarding time. Their website is kind of clunky. So I just went ahead. It was my first time traveling on MSC. I also get very paranoid. I'm a rule follower. So some people on their Facebook group were saying like, oh, just, when you get there, no worries. I worry. So I went ahead and changed my ticket to get me to New York early. Now I will say, let's talk about the Brooklyn cruise port. Again, not really T on MSC yet. But the Meraviglia is out of Brooklyn cruise port. When I got to Madison Square Garden, which is where the Moynihan Amtrak station is, the first cab driver did not want to take me, which is illegal, but I also wasn't arguing with somebody who says they didn't want to take me somewhere. Listen, I have more common sense than that as a solo traveler. So the taxi stand attendants were like, he can't do that. And I was like, it's okay. There are like 10 other cabs back here. Like somebody will get me to Brooklyn. So just to be mindful of that. Also, the cab driver was relying on Waze to get there. So, and there was a little bit of a language barrier. So when you're going to just pay attention, like sometimes we're like on our phone, and luckily, like as we got closer, I was paying attention. The address that it says the 610 Wharf or whatever takes you to like an abandoned building. So luckily when I was in the back of the car, I was like watching and I saw some cars unloading on a side street. So when we pulled up to this abandoned building, I was like, oh, just hook around the corner. I think I saw some people unloading. It wasn't the right place, but it was enough to get me into the parking lot, and I was able to get my luggage through. It also, though, I should have took a picture of what that street was, because I didn't have to stand in the, line. It was traffic to get into the cruise terminal, which cut down on my fare a little bit, too. So if you can get your driver to, like, drop you off a little bit, like, don't get in the drop-off line, just drop off on a side street with the gate, go for it. Alrighty, getting in the chat, and then I'm gonna get back into it. Oh, Dorian's on the Carnival Horizon out of Cozumel today. Hi, cousin Dorian. How's the Horizon treating you? Is Cookie fun? I saw your stops in Ocho Rios, and I saw your stop in Grand Cayman. So, excuse me, this cappuccino is sneaking up on me. So I hope you're enjoying your cruise. Okay, finally, so boom. Get inside the terminal, and I would say everything was moving along fine. I got there at 9:30, went through security fine. The line was moving along. You got to watch all the yacht club people. I'm gonna put this closer. What's this thing called? Tripod, closer to the window. All right, guys, I keep glitching out. That doesn't look safe for this phone. Okay, here we're back. Great. You guys get a full body view. Ooh, let me put my legs down. So yeah, what's going on? Okay, so embarkation was going fine, and then it went to a screeching halt. And they were just like, I was literally in the line right before you get your key card. So MSC gives you your card in hand before you board. So yeah, it's not like Carnival Royal, NCL, anything else that I cruised on where like you walk to your door, you get your card there. No, they put your card in your hand. So anyway, things are moving fine. The next thing I know, a lady comes in the intercom and she's like, we have to hold boarding because there's an issue. Now there were two stories, and this is what the rumor mill charm. So one story was we were on hold because of the tide issue. It made only one gangway usable, and for their embarkation process, they literally have like one group of people coming off and then two gangways of people coming on. Well, which is a total of 3 gangways, they were down to 1 gangway on embarkation day. So at first it was like a cute little stand. I could stand and, make it happen. Then it became like 30 minutes of standing. Then, so this 9:30, basically, that line ain't started moving until like 12 o'clock. And I was standing in line since 9:45. But again, I'm not blaming MSC on that one. I think that was just a New York issue, New York Cruise Authority, whoever those people are. So I'm not blaming MSC on that one. Get to the boarding area, and I'm like, okay, they're calling group 6. I have a number for 21. So it was a little bit more wait. So basically, I think if some of y'all were in the MSC Facebook group, Phil was texting or doing the, chatting in the group. And I was like, I'm just trying to get to my drink package, So at that point, after like all that waiting, I was like, I'm not going to the buffet. So another pro tip, if you are a person like me on travel day, I am at my wit's end. And basically when I get on the ship, I don't want to wait in another line. I would say go to a sit-down restaurant or specialty diner on your first day because the buffet is going to get on your nerves. Okay, let's get back in the chat and then I'll continue my little story. All right, so Dorian says, it's a good time chilling at Fat Tuesdays with a daiquiri. Cool. And Parker's on the go says, make sure you like that stream, everyone. Yes, please hit that thumbs up if you can. Chris Johnson says, we'll be on that cruise in 2 weeks. Cool, Chris. So I'll give you a little prequel about what's going on. So my first meal was at Ola Tacos. Great. Ola Tacos was great. I do believe though, I had the, a little tea too. I had the easy package. I would say I have to be very like mindful of what I buy because sometimes the bartenders won't pay attention. I get charged for a higher, not higher. Easy, you basically have real quality drinks. So like I went into one of the pubs and got a Corona. The Corona is at the next tier. The lady ended up charging me. I would have gotten a cheap beer. But anyway, I would say like even the rum punch, I could taste the alcohol in the easy package. So I would say bump it up if you are a drinker. Bump it up to at least easy plus, yeah, that second tier, so that you get a better quality of alcohol. Let me see. Oh, we got a question. Christian Harris says, does their drink package compare to Carnival Cruise Line? I would say no. They are more liberal with their drinking package than Carnival. So MSC or Carnival does 15 drinks for a day. MSC ain't checking. They be giving out drinks. Like they, like you can go up and I can get like 2 alcoholic drinks and that's like they're not stunting it like Carnival. I think they make you wait like 5 minutes or something like that in between when you book, or not when you book, when you get a drink. NCL, like I can get a couple drinks in hand, and that's not or NCL or MSC, and that's not a problem. I would just say that Carnival's drink package though, the comparison is they are cognizant of the types of alcohol that is used. So where Carnival, I'll just walk up, order something, and they make it happen. And as long as it's 15 drinks, they don't care if it's your best martini or a Bud Light. Whereas MSC is like, oh, you got the basic, okay, you get the real liquor. Whereas it's like if you have a different one, then they might put like Appleton rum, or that's a good example, Malibu. So I was sitting next to somebody who was drinking some kind of like drink with Malibu in it, right? Malibu's like $14.99 a bottle, not expensive liquor. But basically, like with the easy package, I could not get the Malibu drink because that alcohol was a little. So yeah, get the easy plus. Long story short, because at least it gives you like that. You're not getting the grain college experience. Kristen says the Wi-Fi seems pretty good. Well, Kristen, this is actually my cell phone service. It's not the Wi-Fi, but the Wi-Fi, since we're on the topic, is pretty decent. For like, I was able to stream Addie and Terry Sunday live, and that was fine. However, I cannot go live with you all. So I guess that's the upload speed. So, but I'm currently I'm on T-Mobile. So if anybody has T-Mobile, you're in the Bahamas, you get unlimited data. So that's actually my cell phone sitting next to a window. So yeah, so that was day one. Oh, what else happened day one? So day one, if you're a solo cruiser, I met a bunch of people to go on the solo cruiser, the mixer, at the Brass and Anchor Pub. So if you are looking to connect with people immediately, we've been all kind of hanging together. And I will say MSC also does the intentional with sitting you with other solo cruisers. So there are two big tables that have solo cruisers. When we all discovered that, like, oh, they put us together. There's a large contingent of 30 to 40-year-old folks who are traveling solo. So we've been like kicking it. That's who I'm going to meet with soon. So they basically flop all the solo cruisers at a table together. So that's been cool. What else? The shows have been decent. Like they do have those quirky costumes, so you're kind of like, this is different. What else did I do after the meetup? Oh, another point is MSC has interest in dining times in regards to the. Let me make sure I'm not missing any comments. In regards to the timing of dining. So like Carnival Royal do like 5:30, 6 o'clock, and like at 8 o'clock. Well, MSC does like several seatings. My dining time is at 9:30. Now, granted, I could have changed it. I didn't go bother to change it. I just went ahead and, what did I do? I went ahead and just stuck with the 9:30 dining time because I had the specialty dining package. I've been making my specialty restaurant reservations earlier, but because my people at my table I like, I've been making the 9:30 dining time. Okay, let's get into these comments. Kristen says, "Come on, T-Mobile, me too." Yeah. So if you need to stream on T-Mobile Bahamas, this is what the quality is like by a window. I'm sitting in the restaurant by a window. Whereas if where is it? Like if I was in my on my balcony in my room, I wasn't able to pick up this service. But because of where I'm situated near the island, it's doing a pretty good job. Kristen says, "Good to know. My last cruise, these people tried to seat their group of 6 kids with me. Woo!" Yeah, and see, it's interesting because Carnival and Royal, last time cruising solo, they've been putting me at little cute like two person tables versus when I was in the Valley, they put me at like a table of 5, but it was all solo cruisers. So I can imagine. And these folks have been like, it's been some interesting posts in the Facebook group about children. There are not a lot of kids on this cruise. It's also right before school lets out. So it's not super child heavy. It was interesting though. I was in the elevator with a kid who was mad at me because he was going to deck 18 with the kids club, and I was interrupting his elevator trip by stopping on deck 16. So I got to just talking to him because he was like, "We're not going to 18, we're going to 16." And I said, "Okay, my bad." So he was like, his mom was like, he really likes the kids club. He was about 4. The 8-year-old though was kind of like, there's nothing in there but Legos. Club. I can't tell you because I've never been in it. I don't have children who go to it, but according to the little kiddo who was in the elevator, she wasn't that impressed. The 8-year-old. But they do have a kids club, but not too many kids so far on MSC Meraviglia. That could change next week when school's out. So. All right, so we were talking about, let's talk about specialty dining a little bit. So I do have a specialty dining package. So far I've been to, I think, half the restaurants. I am not feeling the specialty dining food. So Butcher's Cut has probably been the worst steakhouse experience I've had to date. Nothing was seasoned. The steak wasn't that great. Even like I was looking at the Facebook group and somebody was like, we went to Butcher's Cut twice and my husband said, make sure they actually season the steak this time. So, Butcher's Cut, don't need to do that one again. Hola Tacos, could eat that every day. Those are really good. I went to Ocean Cay. Don't need to go back there either. It seems like what I did notice though, if you have the dining package, they kind of put you into, they make you pick from a like prefix menu. Whereas, there is, if you don't buy the dining package, you can just go buy a la carte. And the a la carte options were actually looked a little more tastier. So it's almost like an upsell of the upsell. If you like, it's almost kind of like I would have been better off just booking a reservation at the restaurant, buying the items a la carte, and going from there versus the menu that you have to stick to with the dining package. That wasn't as great. Ocean Cay, which is a seafood restaurant, don't need to go back there either. So then tomorrow I have the teppanyaki. So I get to try that out. I'll let you know on the vlog how that is. And then I still have to try the sushi. So yeah, I have most of the dining places covered so far. Parker's gonna go says, "Oh no," and Kristen is laughing. So yeah, no, that was. But the first night, in regards to the dining room, I've been to the dining room for breakfast because that's another like tip. If you don't want to be bothered with the buffet, usually on most cruise lines, the dining room is open for breakfast and lunch. So I've been to the dining room for no, I'm sorry, I've been to the dining room for breakfast. I've been to the dining room for dinner. I've not been to the dining room for lunch. The breakfast was decent, and it was just easier than having to navigate the buffet. Dinner has been decent. Last night I was just not hungry, but it's been decent. Like I dare say I had a better meal in the dining room than I did at the two specialty restaurants. That was just me. The buffet will sustain you. And I say that because like if you walk up on it, you're gonna be like ill. Like, but there'll be it's not it's something to eat to sustain you. Like there's pizza, there's the entrees look kind of like but you eat it, it'll get you through the cruise. Yeah, I mean, I would kind of agree. Entertainment so far has been decent, like good, pretty good. Like I enjoyed their like parties more than I've enjoyed a royal party. Yeah, so far really the only kind of thing that's been like is they're still sorting out the food. The food is kind of like but like I'm having a great time, so I'm like I'll just eat the stuff I like. I did get the pizza in your room. That pizza was better than the pizza on the buffet, the room service pizza. So definitely get that. But yeah, I would say like the major thing that probably was stun some people was just the what is it the food. But it's not like you're gonna be over here dying. Like pack a couple snacks and get the items on the menu that you like. It's not the like. I mean, I wouldn't. For me, I wouldn't be like for the price that I got for this cruise. Be like, I'm just never going to sail MSC again because of food. Like, it's a beautiful ship, great entertainment, good music. In adults only area, like a lot of places don't have like quality music. They usually just give you jazz and air and quiet. Like they actually are pumping like R&B, smooth jazz, pop tunes in the back where the adults only area is. So it's a cool vibe. All right. Let's see. Chris Johnson says, noting, do not get dining package. Yeah, no, Chris. I think if you're interested in the specialty restaurants, just go. But now, I would say this because I'm not in your pockets. I would say, and I'm also traveling solo, so I'm not doing the calculations of what the pricing would be with two people at a table, that kind of thing. So, but for me, I would say like if I really wanted to try the steakhouse or really wanted to try Ocean Cay, I would just go and order off the menu and just do like one or two. But I'll stay tuned. I mean, we're only on day 4. I can't remember what day we're on. We still have a few more days to go. So I'll in the vlog kind of give more information about like how I feel about the dining package. But so far, 2 out of the 3 that I've been to have been like bleh. What else we got? Kristen says right. Yeah, maybe buy like what? Maybe buy a pack of 1 or 2. I'll let y'all know how the hibachi place is. If it's good, then like maybe buy the 2 dining package, and then no, I don't know. Okay, to be continued. I have to figure that one out. Do some more, like look up some more stuff but I do think that some of the items that they had on the a la carte like pay for menu, I was like I want that, but they were like, oh, you have to like pay extra. So Kirsten says, see, I'm going to need a review video. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I think I'm going to probably pull out the series. Good idea, Kristen. I think I'll run the series and then maybe just do a sit down review where I can have my thoughts organized about what I think about MSC. Vinland says, hey Vinland, welcome. Says, I just had a client take this cruise 2 weeks ago, solo as well. She said she enjoyed it. Yeah, I am not having a bad time at all. Like, I'm having a great time. And if she's cruising solo, tell her go ahead and go to that solo meetup. More tea. There are 2 solo, or there's a couple solo events that she shouldn't miss. One is the first night they'll have an unhosted event. So, but it'll take some like asking people like, "Hey, are you for the solo event?" Because one person, she was like corralling all of us to a corner. It was unhosted, so like the passenger was like, "Are you solo? Are you solo? Come, let's talk." And then we all became friends. They'll probably also seat her in the dining room with other solo travelers. And then the event, also not to miss, there is a solo champagne, which I thought was fancy. A solo champagne. And I did not get on the vlog because I was actually chilling on the Lido deck, but I heard people went. It was cool. They have a solo champagne and cake event at, I think, 11 o'clock a.m. on the first sea day. That will be in her cruise newsletter thingy bopper. So, tell her to hit up those two events, and then she'll at least see the bulk of probably solo cruisers and can find her people if she's interested in finding her people, or just maybe making the dinner not as weird, or seeing if she might want to just stay solo. So, but they have great options for solo travelers, and I've made friends. Chris Johnson says, I want the whole menu available. Oh, you know what? I should go. Okay, thanks, Chris. I'll try to do some homework. So maybe I'll go back to help you do some math. Not gonna make a promise, but maybe I'll go back to Butcher's Cut and go back to Ocean Cay, and you can take a picture of the menu, and that way you can see like if it says and then that way you can see like if it's cheaper to buy the dining package or you see something actually on the menu. But I would say like I was looking at the menu like, why can't I get that? I gotta just get these three things. So I would do that, Chris, if I walk past those establishments and they let me take a picture of the menu. What else do we got? Who's this? Chris Nature's coming in speaking. And people are speaking to Chris Keisha H. Okay, what else we stopped at? So I did, shows were decent so far. Day 2 was a sea day. And the adults only Horizon area is a vibe. Really like the Horizon area. Go there. But I'll also say the main pool deck isn't like inundated with children either. But I enjoy the Horizon area, and they have waiters that'll come out and pass you drinks. So that was cool. I feel like I'm running out of things that I can remember. What else I do on day 2? They're of course, playing all the playoff games, so like that was cool. I'm trying to think. I went to another show. Oh, they do these after parties. So the adult only area in the daytime is a vibe, but in each night there's adults only after party, and it's called the AFT after party because it's in the back of the ship. And they've been jumping too, and mostly like older people of age. So a cool place every night for like the people to go party. It's outside, so they do. I would say that's a thing. Like they do have. It hasn't been like a club per se. It's just been like this after party every night. So there's like a family party that's usually a part of the cruise like itinerary, and that's in the main atrium. And then each evening there's like a party in the back of the ship, and it's just for adults. It's given. It's been on Carnival Vista. I can't remember if Magic did it, but definitely Carnival Vista when Matt Mitchell was cruise director. That's how long I've been cruising. There was a party every night in the adult only area, so it's kind of giving those vibes. And I think they like switch up the music every night. At one point, people were dancing in the rain, so it was kind of cool. There is like an awning if you don't, want to be in the elements. But that party has been cool every night. And then. Oh, I have one. So then what else have I experienced? I've done I wanted to see what MSC is like to do their excursions. I will say that would be a ding for them there. Just the organization trying to get off the ship. So I did like, they pull everybody to the auditorium. They tell you which seats to sit in. The host was kind of just making really weird jokes, but it was actually confusing people. When people get anxious about like, where's my boat? Where I got to go? What's the excursion? It's like, you can't be on joke time because you need communication to be as clear as possible. And so she was joking about a couple experiences, and it was making people like, what? Well, which line am I supposed to be in? Where am I supposed to go? So anyway, but once we got out of I did like they set each person though, each group, like what your excursion was, you got put in a group, and they sat you in the auditorium, and they, very streamlined, dismissed you out one by one out of the auditorium. What I didn't like was to exit, hey MSC, you might want to have more than 1 to 2 people ringing people out, or definitely one per. Like, so at one point, they were the same gangway where all the people who were trying to get to an excursion was going out. They were also doing people like coming in. Then they also had then the yacht club people who got to come to the front of the line. I'm like, maybe I should have gave them a different door, because again, causing more confusion. So it's like people were like, well, wait, we're supposed to be standing here, but then you see a line start shooting up the middle, so then people started jumping in the middle, which ended up crowding the 2 persons who were like signing people out. So we ended up like for a 1:30 excursion. It probably didn't get off the ground real good until about 2:15ish. I really loved the Blue Lagoon though. That was my excursion, adults only area. Highly recommend that excursion. It's all if you do it's called the adults only, and they do unlimited Bahama Mamas delivered to your wherever your beach chair is. You get a guaranteed beach chair, whereas if you do regular Blue Lagoon, you do not get a guaranteed beach chair. What else? Oh, they give you unlimited food, which is barbecue chicken, steak, and fried fish, peas and rice, salad, cookies, and the food was pretty decent. So that was a good time. Alrighty, what is that? People saying hello. So yeah, I wanted to just stop in real quick to kind of give you all a heads up about what's the tea on MSC so far. I'm on day 4-ish of a 7-day cruise, or 5, maybe 4. I think I'm on day 4 of a 7-day cruise. So far though, I would say initial impressions, this would not be my first cruise. There have been a lot of first time cruisers who are like disappointed. But if you are a seasoned experienced cruiser, and you kind of can go with the flow, you're okay with a couple of hiccups here and there, and it's not the end of your world, then I would say MSC, give them a try. Give them a try. I've been enjoying my time. I've so far made some great people, had some decent experiences. So that's the tea at the moment. We got 3 more days. I'll be vlogging, so I hope to catch you around. I don't know if I'll be going, I probably won't be going live anymore. So I will see you all in these YouTube streets. Have a great day.